Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Nock and Stalk channel. You might hear some weird things in here. It's because I'm with my kids, my twins. I thought I'd do a quick video real quick. Recently I figured out that I was actually not the draw length I thought I was, so I ended up having to cut all my arrows again. And I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys a little trick I've been using the past 5 or so years. What glue do you use for inserts? Okay. And there's lots of other people say this and that, and the manufacturers say this, and you can do whatever you want. But let me show you what I figured out so far. I use JB Weld's Clear Weld. It's a quick setting epoxy. It takes 5 minutes, and it dries clear. I got a little tube here because I don't like it to sit in my box for very long. And let me tell you why I use the quick setting stuff. So we've all been there, right? We missed that deer, we missed the target, somehow we hit a tree, right? Or a board or something, okay? This gets, your arrow is gonna bury deep in whatever that was, right? Most of us shoots, 50 to 70 pounds. It doesn't matter how close or far away you are, it's going in there, right? Has anybody ever tried to dig an arrow out of a tree with a pocket knife in the middle of nowhere? I think we've all been there. So what I've noticed is when I use this quick set stuff, it'll actually break that. If I hit something really hard like a tree or a board, boom, it pops that seal, and I can actually get my carbon back and leave my insert and broadhead and field tip, whatever it was, in whatever. And I can maybe try and get that back later also. But the point is, you're not going to damage your carbon by pulling and twisting and all this stuff, right? I mean, you can always twist and get your broadhead off, right? But at the same time, if you're bending and stuff, trying to wiggle a field tip out of a tree trunk, you're gonna hurt your carbon. And inserts are cheap. Carbon is not. Shafts are not cheap. Field tips and inserts are cheap. Sorry about the broadhead. There's really nothing I can do for you on that part. It's probably, if you shoot any broadhead hitting a tree is probably you're not going to be able to shoot it again. So there's that. Another thing I like about it, for some strange reason, you might have to pull your inserts out. Like me, I had to pull them out and cut my arrows and make them a little shorter. I actually bought some arrows on Archery Talk. They're my arrows that I shoot, and I got a good deal on them. I got a dozen for $70. Awesome deal, right? Fletch and everything. I already have an arrow saw. I'll show you that, guys, someday. Well, it's not really. We won't get into the saw right now. I have a saw to cut arrows. We'll say that. So you guys might notice my little candle right here. And when I use this epoxy, they're ready to go in about, like it says 5 minutes, but I give it about an hour. After an hour, you could take pliers and try and break these up, but you're not going to. But you gotta be careful with this. All you want to do is get put a field tip on, and to get that insert out, all you gotta do is heat it up just a little bit. So I'm gonna turn it a little bit. You just want the very tip of your field tip, and you can actually reuse that insert. I know I said they're cheap, but I mean every penny counts. So hopefully you guys can see this. Probably got black all over my face because I've been playing with carbon and cutting carbon and stuff. So we're just gonna keep rotating it. Okay. Oh, there's my pliers. There's my pliers. So get your pliers. Obviously it's hot. Don't touch with your fingers. And what do you know? Spin it off. There you go. A little hot. Put it somewhere where it's not gonna hurt you. And if you feel that glue, like the glue's warm. Like the insert is just warm. I can maybe touch it a little bit, but the point is it separated the glue from the carbon. And that is just another good reason why I like the quick set stuff. So drop that right there. There you go, everybody. In a pinch, I've used super glue. I can't tell you if it's been a pain or not. I can't remember ever have to take one apart. But I've got about 4 more arrows to go. And yeah. Also, quick another tip. Before you take them off, if you've got your blades on your broadhead matching in line with your fletchings, your blades and your fletchings, go ahead and take a Sharpie, you know, the skinniest one you can find. This is like the ultra fine point, and just mark on that insert where those blades come out, right? That way when you put your insert back in your carbon shaft, you can light up those little check marks with your fins, and it'll be about the same. I forgot real quick. When you're done cutting your arrows, whether you had a shop do it or you did it yourself, right guys, you want to square the end of that shaft. You want to square it. You guys seen my other arrow building video? I show you how to do that. Get a marker that you can see. Black, you can kind of see the reflection in the light, but I recommend getting silver or green or pink. You just want to color the end of the shaft. Why, you ask? It's so you can see how much material you're taking off. So, you guys can see that. Silver on the end of that carbon, okay? Next, you'll need a squaring tool. This one's made by G5. There might be a couple others out there. I don't know. This is the one I like. It's got an end for cutting carbon, and then it's got a little blade on the other side for cutting aluminum arrows. You just got to take this little screw out, turn it around, whatever way you want to use it. You can get replacements of these because they do wear out eventually. I haven't worn mine out yet. Anyway, so all you're going to do is after you've cut your arrows and you've marked it with a color, you put it on the device. Hold it down. Apply pressure down to hold it square, and then against the shaving surface. Sorry. There we go. And you'll spin it. And I counted before that my saw out there was cutting it. It took me about 40 twists to get it square again. So I'll start with 10, or how many ever this was. I don't know what that was. We'll check. Okay. Okay, so as you look, there's still a little bit of silver on there and black. That means it's not square. That means the shaving surface is hitting the areas where it's black and not quite the silver. So that means the black parts are taller or longer than the silver parts. So I'll get another whatever turns. This should be 10 right around there. Well, we've still got a little bit to go. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, there's still a smidge in there, but actually, no, it's definitely carbon or marker. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, all the markers gone. There's a smidge left, but what that tells you is you're now perfectly flat. You are flat. Now you can attach on your inserts, steel tips, broadheads, all that good stuff. So it makes a big difference, guys. I promise you, when you get all your stuff flat and square. This is Addison. She's my cutie. Anyway, so now it's flat. Now why ask? Why do you do that? Why does it not leave you flat? It's because consistency is accuracy. So if every arrow is the same, every arrow is that much more closer to being the same arrow, supplies the same, shoots the same. All right? Great. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.